Hey guys, Ben Glenn here, and I'm still diving into that article by Heidi Halverson titled 9 Ways Successful People Defeat Stress. As somebody with ADHD, the next thing that she shared in her article was like a little light bulb, something that I probably already knew, but her verbalizing it was an incredible reminder for me. Heidi talks about how we all have a to-do list, and that's true. We all have those daily tasks, and we make that list on a piece of paper, and we try to tackle that list. For those of us that have ADHD, a lot of times that list is a lot bigger than we can handle. Our brain is moving so fast, and so we just keep writing things down because we think that there's more time than there actually is to accomplish those tasks. So at the end of the day, a lot of times we look at that list and there's not a lot of things checked off. At the end of the day, if you look at a to-do list and there are not very many checks, it's very discouraging. It's very stressful. It's interesting how I've had days where I've got so much that I need to do because everything is piled up because I've got no real system other than just a list. I do nothing. I just sit there and I struggle with, where do I start? Where do I start? Those of you that have ADHD could probably relate to this. We see that to-do list and we just run at it and we try to do it all at once, which is impossible. What we end up with at the end of the day are a bunch of to-dos half finished. So what Heidi suggests in her article is to add a where and a when next to those things on your to-do list. It's called planning. It's going to help you to categorize what needs to come first, second, third, and fourth. Because those of you that are like me, the fun stuff always comes first, and all of the things that I've got to do kind of, right there at the bottom. Now, if you haven't gotten into this yet, I want to encourage you guys, check out Google Calendar. It is the greatest way to add that when and that where to your to-do list. What this article has encouraged me to do is to look at those daunting tasks, those ones that I'm trying to avoid like the plague, and I look a couple of weeks down the road when I've got that free time, and I put it on the Google Calendar. I put it on the date, and I put a time, and then I've got a chance to see it, prepare for it. So when that day rolls around, there are no options. There are no excuses. It's going to get done because I planned for it to get done. Changing the way that we have always tackled our to-do list can be a little overwhelming. And so I'm not saying give how you do things a huge overhaul, but change things just gradually. I think that those daunting, stressful tasks that you put off for as long as possible, if you put a when and you put a where next to it, the way Heidi recommends, I think you're going to find out in the end, you're going to be less stressful and you're going to be more successful. Hey, this is Ben Glenn, and as always, I want to remind you, keep moving forward. God bless.